Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are live. What the fuck is up, Russ?
You're so energetic. I love it. Yes,
Thank you,
we are here. Oh, I love it. I've survived three fucking late. Well, yeah, this was my third night. Survived two very late nights because the NFL draft is my obsession, and I'm a fucking wacko for scratching thing up.
I didn't even pay attention. I guess like the Browns pulled off like a really good pick for a wide receiver in like the third.
Yeah,
round.
they did pretty good. Browns did all right
because
they did all right.
I have to look forward to.
Yeah,
Watson is my quarterback.
Yeah, that's kind of sucks. Hopefully he'll be well. He'll be like fully like healthy, and we can figure out what the fuck's up with him. Is he just a fraud and not and really and maybe the Browns.
All I fucking know is Baker Mayfield threw for 4,000 yards in Tampa Bay last year.
Well, yeah, and but remember, Baker's a very up and down quarterback. When Baker can do it 2 seasons in a row, then I'll be impressed.
Well, Baker gets injured, and that's what happens.
Yeah, he gets injured, and also sometimes he has the good years, and then and then it'll be bad year, and it'll be a rough year. We'll see. You're right, and hopefully he doesn't get hurt. Hopefully he stays healthy, But I do think Deshaun Watson has kind of gotten. This is a put up or shut up year for him.
Yeah,
he's got a chance. There's a chance that he's going to be. He might be seen as the biggest thief in the fucking world if he doesn't, perform and get this team.
It's one of the worst
somewhere
signings in NFL history already.
Yeah, I would say that too, but. It's going to be worse because at some point, okay, we can give the team a lot of shit, but when do we give the player a lot of shit and say, hey, come on, dude, you're a fucking fraud. You're not even a real football player. What are you doing? Because he's better than that. He's got to be better than how he's played. He's got to be, man. I mean, I can't believe he's fallen off that fast.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think when these guys get their big money, though, man. They don't. I just don't believe sometimes that not all of them, but I think some of them, they don't push as hard. When you're out on the field, instead of taking off and running, and then maybe taking some heat, you kind of avoid doing that shit. You just got to throw the ball away or something. I mean, what made Deshaun Watson special, right? I mean, he was a hell of a thrower of the ball, and he could run a little bit too, and he seemed to know how. And it was good, and. Now all of a sudden, I don't know. I feel like he doesn't push it as hard as he used to. It seems that way to me. I don't know. And then and then he's always he's getting hurt. Come on, dude.
He's always hurt.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Like the games that he has played in, he's been super ginger. Like
exactly.
Most of the time, when you look at his stat line, it's like 185 yards.
It looks like dog shit.
A TD and an interception.
Right. It'd be one thing if you throw 186 yards, but you got a running back that tore it up for almost 200 or something, and you actually threw a couple touchdowns. I mean, okay,
the Browns lost like 9 starters.
Yeah,
last year too, including Nick Chubb.
Well, they're in a.
We lost, I think it was 3 starters on the offensive line, both tackles in the center.
They're in a situation where they're, it's tough for them because of his big fucking cap hit that he's got constantly. It's crippling them. They're almost in the same situation as Dallas is, except Dallas will be done with their this year, and then. If they do what I think they're going to do, which is they're going to let that motherfucker walk. Dak's going bye-bye.
Yeah.
I think they're going to let his ass walk, and again, I think they're going to start another quarterback, and maybe they do, they're a little shitty enough to draft one. I don't know, but I think Jerry needs to get some of that big dollar cap hit off the books so you can actually pay good players. You know, and that's just kind. And I think the Browns are in the same situation. They've got
At
that.
this point in time, like the Browns are the worst team in the Super Bowl era.
As far as like just how they've been run and how they've
been
or
run,
just how they've been performing.
how they've performed.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many losing seasons have they had like over the years. It's been pretty
lot.
Yeah.
Dude, since I mean, come on.
Because when did the Ravens leave Cleveland and become the Ravens? That was in like the late 90s, right?
It was like 94, 95.
Or mid 90s. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So and then they didn't have a team back in Cleveland until like what, like late 90s, early 2000s, something like that. I know it took a few years to get a team back in Cleveland. And so they've been around. The new Cleveland team has been around basically 25 years, maybe something like that. Yeah. So, in 25 years,
so the Browns, now known as the Ravens, moved to Baltimore in 96.
Oh, 96. Okay, and I remember Cleveland put a big stink up saying they wanted and the NFL expanded and created the new Cleveland Browns just for the
99.
In 99. Okay, so I remember it took a few years, but okay. Yeah. So 99. So it's been 25 years.
Yeah.
So okay.
I mean, to have your franchise folded and then restarted as an expansion franchise, basically, is insane.
They didn't fold. They just left the city. They just changed their name and left the city.
Well,
you know.
So, the thing is the Ravens are a completely different franchise.
They are, but they are. Like, and it's because, they hired some people and they made some smart moves after they left Cleveland. Right. It was really weird. It was really weird that they got good after they left Cleveland. Yeah, it became, and all of a sudden, then they're they're building the team up when they were in Cleveland before they became the Ravens. Some of those players were there, so it was, I don't know.
I mean, but like I'm talking about the embarrassment and public perception of it. The fact that you lose a football team for 3 years and then restart completely over.
Yeah, it's like a black eye on the city a little bit. Yeah. Makes it look like, but I have a different argument on that. I felt like it was a bad move for the NFL to approve that move before they made plans, because there's no way the Cleveland has had that franchise for a long time, man. That's one of the
Art Modell was going to challenge basically the NFL's antitrust status.
Yeah, that's why he was
he said either you let me move my fucking team so I can make money.
Right.
Because the Browns were fucking drowning in debt.
And that's part of the reason for that, though, is because they suck so bad.
Yeah. But had that school. Oh, my God. Ray Lewis was a fucking Brown at one point.
Yeah, he was. And he was, They were, I mean, I understood why he wanted to move the team. I got that. Yeah. Absolutely. I think the NFL should have tried to really make a move. I feel like the NFL should have said, okay, you move your team, and then bam, right away started the process. We're gonna put another franchise there. But I think they waited until the city of Cleveland was gonna sue the NFL and all this shit, and finally there was a big stupid fight, and the NFL finally said, okay, we're gonna make a deal with you. And they should have already been ahead of it, and
I'm trying to think, like, all right, so for real black eyes on the fucking, NFL, I'm thinking, what's the first one that you can remember?
Right, where the NFL came out looking really bad. My earliest one was the strike.
Okay.
Where I felt like they locked the players out. Yeah.
That was Elway was before that, right? Because
Elway was in 83. Yeah, I'm talking because I'm talking about the strike of like the 87, 86. And yeah, the one where
The one where Elway forces way out of Indy.
that was in '83. Yeah, he said basically if the Colts drafted him, he'd go play baseball.
Yep.
And
then
yeah,
then the strike, like you said.
Yeah, the strike was really bad. I couldn't believe the way the league handled it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was rough, dude.
then you go Ray Lewis, Ray Caruth.
Yeah, they've had some. What was really rough about Ray Caruth, though, was the NFL was
how fucking cold blooded he was about it.
True, but the NFL was also in the process and kind of already had started the process of making him one of the poster childs of the NFL. Yeah. And it's like, holy
they were trying
fuck.
to sell that fucking Carolina franchise.
Yeah.
Like, you remember, like, weren't they a year off of the Super Bowl when that shit happened with him?
I think you're right.
I think shit like that, yeah.
It was close. I just know that, that was some rough shit, dude. So you're right.
Then you go from, like, Ray Caruth to, like, I think they both happened around the same time. Fucking Junior Seau and Anthony Hernandez.
Yeah, Hernandez was really terrible. That was terrible because they had made him kind of one of the poster boys of the NFL. He was one of the very, him and having him and Gronk together. Remember that was like the unstoppable, and yeah, that was pretty crazy.
He was a freak of nature athletically.
He really was. It just sucks that he couldn't like
I don't
not be a thug.
I don't think that, like, have they released the report on his brain?
I don't know.
I'd love to see it.
I wonder if he's taking
from everything that was reported. Like, he had the mind of like a 12-year-old.
Maybe it would probably explain some of the stupidity, I mean,
like he was completely like immature in his decision making process.
Yeah,
like, it was just aggression. Right.
Too much brain damage from too many hits, maybe. Kind of, Not the same thing happening with Chris Benoit.
Yeah,
Chris Benoit. I remember the report on Chris Benoit. The doctor said he didn't even know how Chris Benoit could get up in the morning and do anything. He was like, "Well, I don't know how to function."
Yeah, because that was really the first brain that Nowinski got a hold of, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, where you can actually see. Yeah, I think you're right. Where you can see the damage.
I remember seeing that. And
fucking
just
nuts,
being
dude.
Shocked. Let me see if I can find that.
Yeah, it was wild. It was a hell of a where he just and then you also with the NFL, you also had the Dan Snyder things too with the Washington Redskins and the Redskin thing too. That's another big deal. I mean, I remember my mother
Snyder and Gruden.
Yeah. My mother would tell me when it came to the Redskin name, my mom would say, "Oh, they tried to change that name a long time ago." And I said, "Okay." And she'd say, "Well, she'd say it doesn't offend Indians." And I said to my mother, I said, "How do you know?" And she said, "Oh, it just doesn't."
Some
crap.
Native American tribes are now suing to have the name changed back,
which is really bizarre to me. Okay, I mean, could it be that some Native Americans tribes are offended and some
or is it just one of those things where fucking liberal white people are fucking stepping over like what actual like indigenous and other people of color and LGBTQIA status want?
And you see you kind of sound the same way with my mom. My mom thinks that in her mind it was like there's a bunch of assholes that are using this for their own to accomplish their own means. She thought like she was like, oh, they're just they're pulling some Indians, any Indians they can find, to say, yeah, this offends us. just so they could. That's what she said. And I was laughing because I was like, you think they would go that far? And she goes, oh yeah. She says just so they can have an argument, and have some and be able to legitimately say, look, we have Indians that actually say it offends them. And she's like, in reality,
show you this thing I was talking about. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is Chris Benoit's fucking brain scan. This is what a healthy brain looks like. Now you've got to excuse the color because they're two different stains from slides. But what you can see is the fucking black.
Yeah, it looks like parts of his brain are dead.
What they say is it's basically like tartar. Like
God.
Like you get in your arteries and shit.
Yeah.
Where you have to have a bypass.
It's
basically like that in your fucking brain. So
holy shit.
Yeah. According to Wikipedia, tests conducted on Benoit's brain by Julian Bales. Excuse me if I'm mispronouncing it. Bailes. The head of neurosurgery at West Virginia University showed Benoit's brain was so severely damaged it resembled the brain of an 85-year-old Alzheimer's patient.
That is nuts. That's fucking crazy, dude. That's insane. That just shows you how fucking damaged he went. How damaged that. Yeah.
Like, because I mean, whoo.
It definitely shows you. I mean, and if I mean, as a pro wrestler, you can see where those things can happen, obviously, and then you got football players who take collisions constantly in their in their sport, what they're doing. So it's you have to believe that that shit can affect
matter.
Yeah, they matter, and they can affect people in a lot of ways. Whether and I'm not sure. I'm not trying to say that Hernandez wasn't responsible for his actions.
No,
but what I am saying is it could have
contributed.
It could have contributed, being a contributing factor to him committing murders like he's supposed to be, and that's. But and in fact, he killed himself, and then you got, and then Junior Seau was a tragic story because, he would, that dude was really beloved by a lot of football fans, and he after his post football career was I thought he was going to become a broadcast announcer or something like that, and he dabbled in it a little bit, but they said he was having memory problems really bad, where he couldn't even remember where. Sometimes he would forget how to get home and shit like that. And it's so sad, and they think that's why he inevitably did commit suicide, was because he
was Junior Seau the one that shot himself in the heart on purpose so that they could get his brain.
I think so. I might add, but that's what they think. I think they think that he wanted to leave his head in good shape so that they could see it and find and look into it and help. So he at least had a moment of a lucid moment before he did kill himself. For a moment, and I said, they said his brain didn't completely not work, but it just was really tough on him. He had the and that's got to be rough to be constantly in and out of a fog, and where and I can't even imagine that shit. It's it's sad, man. And he was really a tragic story because I really liked that guy too. I thought he was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And a good looking cat too, man. I thought he was gonna be a model or something. I was like, that's a good looking motherfucker right there. But
oh man.
They and then it's and anyway, that's the big probably that might be the biggest black mark on the NFL, if you ask me.
What
was because the NFL had and there's evidence of this. They have evidence of it that the NFL knew about the damage of concussions far before
anybody else.
Anybody
It's
else
just like the
can
fucking
relate,
cigarette companies.
Yeah. Yep.
I was an adult when I made the choice to smoke, so it's
Sure.
my
So,
fault.
well, I was a kid when I started
But
smoking, so
yeah,
but I was a dumb kid.
yeah. But like they fucking knew what they were doing.
Yeah, no, they definitely did, and it was, and they knew the damage it caused. They knew what it did, and it was,
Yeah.
but
And the thing
it was money to be made.
and the thing was everybody thought that the tobacco companies would just transition to medical marijuana. And you haven't really seen that.
Nah, you haven't. I kind of, I kind of thought they would too. But it's like they're staying on the tobacco train as long as they can.
Yeah.
Until smoking tobacco is outlawed, or smoking cigarettes is outlawed, and somehow they're gonna keep on making them motherfuckers.
Yeah. I mean, all they have to do is hook. Like, they just have to keep coming up with those products like vapes. Because so the fruit vapes are banned for right now. They'll come back at some point because people are gonna be like, "Yo, what the fuck? I'm an adult. I want to be able to, it." Yeah.
Yep.
There's
Exactly.
There's gonna be a huge snapback.
Yep. And there are states in this country that will listen to their people and say, especially if they want to keep getting elected, where they'll have lawmakers say, okay, and I mean, look at Colorado. People they let it be known what we want, and the state of Colorado said, okay.
Yeah. And now they've made billions upon billions of dollars in their they're fucking
it's booming and great times.
Yeah.
That was my whole take on it. I was like, y'all don't, let's be honest. Why has the government never really come down, or they did eventually, but not really that bad.
Let's be honest.
Cigarettes made them a lot of money, made the government a lot of money.
Well, here was the thing. So, William Randolph Hearst was the publishing guy. He's the guy that fucking Rosebud, that movie with Orson Welles. Citizen Kane was based
Citizen Kane. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was a big newspaper magnate. So it wasn't good for him to have more expensive and less disposable hemp paper than tree paper.
I see.
So he came at it from that angle, and then he was like, okay, how the hell is the easiest way we can get this? Okay, well, what do? They go ahead and couch it as marijuana.
Right.
They start calling it that instead of hemp.
Mm-hmm.
And using the Latin invasion, just like they do now. Remember Reefer Madness?
Mm-hmm.
They had these white people thinking that every fucking black jazz musician was gonna fuck their daughters. That was it.
They were a bunch of high.
Your daughter smokes a reefer. She's getting fucked, buddy.
Exactly. As soon as she smokes up, she's gonna get. They're gonna bang her out. It was.
And then you've got to think about, like, let's be honest here. What is the most popular and widely accepted drug in this country besides marijuana? Cocaine.
Oh yeah, cocaine.
What is cocaine? Cocaine is a stimulant.
Mm-hmm.
What are other popular drugs? Methamphetamine.
Yep.
Adderall.
Absolutely.
All stimulants. So what do these things do? They make worker bees work better and more focused.
Like caffeine, only
caffeine, nicotine, sugar.
Unreal,
all
dude.
Of these substances besides marijuana are physically addictive,
right?
Highly bad for you.
Yep.
But goddamn, will you focus and work like a motherfucker on them?
You sure will. Man, it's funny is that, and what's marijuana do? Just chills you out,
Chills you out, makes you creative,
makes you
think.
creative. Yeah, I would, man. I used to, I could draw. I would draw so well when I was smoke up. That's why I was so artsy when I got high, man. It was so good. I had always had my big ass fucking pad, and I just my pencils, and I just start going for it, man.
And now what are they doing?
Yeah,
They're doing the chemtrails and making the fucking frogs gay.
yeah. I've always been one of the people that believes that, you know, and I don't smoke marijuana myself anymore. I don't, but I believe that people should have the right to, and
absolutely.
I've never believed in the whole. You remember the whole gateway drug? It was the gateway drug. It's if you start smoking this, you're gonna do automatically. You're gonna do all the rest of the drugs that are out there.
And they don't mention alcohol.
Oh God, no. And then that was the other thing. I cracks me up. I'm like, how can the government? How can anyone in the government with a straight face make an argument against marijuana or how dangerous marijuana could be, but yet you have an alcoholic beverages are responsible for more deaths than it's unreal. It's crazy.
Yo,
you have to you almost
alcohol and cigarettes have taken out the population of small European nations.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, damn! I'm like, are you kidding me? But you're going to sit there with a straight face, and because you're the moral party. We don't want that. Get out of here, man. Yeah, I remember. I'll never forget. I'm all, yeah, I like Bill Clinton. He's cool. Right up until he said he didn't inhale. I got mad as shit. I was telling Anna, he's a fucking liar. And I said, and shame on him. That's wasteful.
Okay. So listen.
Oh God, yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's cool, dude. The mortality from cigarette smoking and alcoholism individually is very high.
I'm sure it is.
As an estimated 400,000 deaths from tobacco and 100,000 deaths from alcoholism are reported annually. Still,
how many deaths you have your hair reported from marijuana? Huh? I'm sure there's some, but not much.
Let's see what Google says.
Oh, that'll be fine.
Marijuana.
Mary Jane, baby. Mary Jane.
Oh.
What?
Results published in the Journal of Nursing Scholarship show that 386 people have died as a result of cannabis use.
That is so high. Oh my God.
Of these, 258 cases were caused by synthetic cannabis.
Okay, wait a minute. You can't even count that. That's bullshit, dude. You can't count fake. They're smoking fake weed. That's like when there's I remember I had a friend of mine who bought some weed from some dude he didn't know, and he brought it. And he's like, "Come on, man, I'm gonna roll this shit up." And I smelled it. I said, "Dude, what? Why does your weed smell like sage?"
Oh man!
I was like, dude, you bought some sage.
The one that used to get the kids all the time was fucking oregano.
Oh God. He was like, "Oh, it's real shit." I said, "You go ahead and smoke that. I'm gonna smoke my real shit." The fuck, man.
I got into not like a physical confrontation, but I got into a verbal altercation with one of my best friends, Dave. Not anybody you guys know, but over a bad bag of weed. Because he was getting it for me and he vouched for it.
Yeah. Right.
And you're like, and I fucking smoked that shit. And dude, as soon as it looked like a fucking Triscuit cracker. It was that fucking dirt weed that's just brick. I
Terrible,
was like,
dude.
motherfucker, I am not
Yeah.
paying 50 1/8 for this.
Nah, it's bad. You know it's trouble. It's trouble. Very much
Oh
so.
man. But like he was such a chill dude.
Yeah.
Like I nicknamed him something. I'll tell you off air because I don't want this dude. Like he's a professional guy now and like kind of straight laced.
Fucking funny, dude.
Like, he's an awesome guy, but fuck man, we used to get tore.
I went through a phase when I was younger where I was smoking kind bud. Like I was into the Canadian stuff, right? So I my friend Steve would make runs up. I would make runs and he'd buy a QP of kind bud. So we would go in on it together. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, you know. Well, this one time he comes back and
he brings on Twitch.
He brings the brick back. I'm like, okay. And it was like half of it was like fucking rotten, dude. I don't know how to explain. It was just rotted away.
Ew.
It was just gross. Well, it was a little less than half of it, but I'm like, but we paid a lot of money, dude, for that shit. A lot of money. And I'm like, man, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah. I said, you didn't check it before you left? He goes, no, I didn't stand there and like open up the beer and check the weed. I'm like, well, motherfucker, you should have found somewhere to go and check this shit.
Yeah.
You know, me and you know, we had a falling out over that shit. I was really mad.
We was serious business.
I told him, I said, the like bad side is yours.
I'm like so fucking bougie is like I get shatter from the dispensary and I get upset because it's too sugary. You know, like it's not solid enough so it doesn't crack like shatter should. You know,
he's like, that's below standard.
But let me tell you, dude. Let me see if it'll pick up. Can you see that?
Yeah, I do.
That right there.
Yeah.
This is strain specific RSO cannabis tincture. So I have an indica, right? And that bottle is 600 milligrams.
Okay. How much do you use each time?
Well, we'll get to that.
Okay, all right.
The dosing for it.
Yeah.
Each dropper is 20 mLs.
Okay.
That's the recommended starting dose.
Okay.
So I'm doing like 60 at a time.
Naturally.
And like, this shit is lasting me for like 10 days and it's great because like it gives me a good body high.
Yeah.
Because that's what I need with my neck and shit.
Right. You're just trying, yeah.
And then like most of the time, like as long as I have that on board, I can just like, you know, regulate everything by like smoking a JJ or, you know, taking a dab or something. So that's just a great fucking
yeah, that's what Anna was when she does smoke up, or she's using her vape anyway, but when she does it, it's mainly so that she can get, she wants some of the aches and pains in her body.
Yeah.
That come out from the damage to the nerves and shit that she has.
I can't even imagine like what she goes through. Because it's bad enough for me, bro. I've got the sciatica and stenosis.
Yeah,
and my back is like an electrical storm every day. So I could only imagine what like
she has her good. She has like her good days, and then she has her really bad days, you know. And it's like bad days where she'll try everything, and then finally she's like, all right, she'll smoke up, she'll take painkillers, she'll do anything she can just to get some fucking sleep, you know.
Yeah,
just to relax her and get her body to chill the fuck out so she can fall asleep. This is wild, man.
Because the other option for me, if I don't, you know, smoke pot, is going to be a pain clinic, and I'm not doing that.
Right. Yeah. Right.
I'm not going to do that until the end of my life. You know, like when that's the last and only option.
Right. That's not exactly like a way you want to. Yeah, that's not a way you want to go anyway. It's not. Good.
He's gonna be 16 in a few days.
Yeah.
My kid's birthday.
Can't believe he's turning 16. That's fucking unbelievable.
Oh God, dude, my kid's
So what?
birthday is
So,
Thursday.
is he gonna get it? Is he have his permit already, or is he gonna get it? Or
No, we've been having some discussions about responsibility and
you guys don't think he's ready for it yet?
no, he'd kill somebody.
Well, I mean, that's probably. I mean,
Yeah.
I
And,
won't lie to you. I wasn't ready for my license
yeah.
at 16. No
But
way.
I will tell you this: this kid is on pace to graduate next year at 17 in his junior year.
Well, see, that's really good. He's doing great, and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough when you're. I would say all kids have a different level of maturity, you know.
Yeah.
And for me,
I mean,
I remember mine was pretty low. I wasn't ready
yeah,
to
me too.
drive.
I'm in my 40s and I'm probably one of the most immature people that most people know.
Yeah.
That's a shirt.
That's pretty good. That is a good shirt. That would be a good shirt, man.
The most immature person that most people know.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's like I'm the one they use when they go. I'm mature. At least at least I'm not like Nick. What the fuck?
They go for Russ and then Nick.
You and Anna's what has been helping Anna is she's been going to see a chiropractor. Mm-hmm. That's been helping her out. But she also has a masseuse that she does, and she gets a massage. I'd say once every couple of weeks. She'll go in and get a full body massage, and this masseuse does a really good job. And she said she likes her a lot, and she.
I'm scared to go to a chiropractor.
I am too. I'm petrified.
I'm literally scared, man. Like I've seen these videos where they're cracking people with fucking hammers and fucking chisels and shit. And like, man, you do that shit to me, I'm probably gonna be paralyzed, bro.
I've heard so many bad stories about them, and it's like so it frightens the shit out of me. You know,
like, is it a medicine or is it not? You know,
right.
Is it in like, you know, the homeopathic, you know, realm, or is it actual fucking science?
Yeah.
Because some people swear by it, and other people say that, yo, it's fucked me up for life. I
remember hearing stories about people that are like they say they're chiropractors, but they don't know what the fuck they're doing, period, at all. You know, so there's some of them that haven't studied at all or don't know anything, and they're just like faking it and hurting people for real and shit. I'm like, are you goddamn nuts, man? I will give her credit on this one. She did do some research before she just went and randomly went to somebody. And I told her, I said, you go to a fucking chiropractor. You better make sure you do some goddamn looking into it. I said, I told her my fears of it, and I wasn't happy about it. But I told her, I said, you're going to do it. Then you don't just go to some random donk you find in a fucking, you know, on the internet.
In a fucking strip mall next to Saul Rosenberg.
Exactly. I said, make sure motherfucker knows what the fuck they're doing. Find, just if you can find reviews, find something. Do, you know, I said, you know, do some homework, you know, that's all. But, and she did. I give her credit. She did good with that, but I get scared too. I don't blame you. I'm petrified of motherfuckers. Yeah, it's crazy, man. That's wild, but so let me ask you, you haven't watched any of the you haven't really watched any of the NFL draft at all?
None of the NFL draft. No, I was gonna actually because I was gonna pivot to the WWE draft.
Oh, we can do that.
Did you watch on WWE or AEW first, or just go through it chronologically?
Let's just do that. That's fine.
Okay. So last Sunday was, what was it? Dynasty.
Dynasty. Yep. Dynasty.
I gotta pull up the full card because like the last like 3 matches made me forget the rest of the fucking card. Not saying that it was a bad card.
I know, but I've heard other people say exactly what you just said. Mm-hmm. That AEW has a little bit of a problem where. And again, it's not that the matches are bad on lower card matches are bad,
Yeah.
But they have a problem with sometimes their main events overshadow everything else so much that just what you said, people almost forget about the rest of the show.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a good problem to have, but kind of a bad problem to have too, because you've got other performers that are working their asses off
Yeah.
to try to have a good match, but sometimes they still get overshadowed by a main event that just blows their blows their fucking minds, you
Yeah.
know, and it's hard, man.
So on the pre-show, there's
Hmm.
0 hour pre-show matches. We got Trent Beretta just basically beating the fuck out of Matt Sydal.
Yep. Yep.
Let's see what they say. Staring down Cassidy, but running from Shibata as they interrupted his exit was a nice touch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy and Shibata versus Taylor and Moriarty. Cassidy and Shibata defeated them. Grade B. This is from Bleacher Report. Let me
Right.
see. Oh, yeah, that was a cool spot. Shibata countered an underhook pile driver to Cassidy by Taylor with a sleeper.
It's fucking wild. God damn. I didn't see that. Holy shit.
All right. And then title for title, it was the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass for the Bang,
Right.
Bang, Gang.
Right, man. Bang Bang Gang.
One. Yeah.
Yeah. They come away with now they're the unified 6-man tag team champions.
Yeah.
They got to carry those pink belts around with them, though.
We had Pac versus Okada.
Okada, yeah. That
Great fucking match.
That should have been an unbelievable match because that's
a pay-per-view fucking main event in itself.
I agree. That's one that I was a little bit jelly that I wasn't watching the pay-per-view. I didn't see the pay-per-view because that's a fucking good match, man.
So
it's gonna be
start their fucking pay-per-view. They go with Jay White. You go from Jay White to Okada and Pac.
Good God.
Then you go fucking Copeland, Kingston, and Briscoe versus the House of Black.
Oh, Lord.
And the House of Black won.
Of course they did.
Let me see. Because like I said, I forgot the other fucking matches because basically the only one that I can keep in my head at this point is the Daniel Bryan fucking
right, and that's because of all the shit that went down.
Osprey
one. Right. And they're really pumping. They're really
Willow
pushing Osprey.
Gail, now that I have like a little bit of a fucking, reminder. The Willow Nightingale match wasn't bad.
And actually, you know what's funny about her? She's turned into a pretty good performer. There was times I remember about a year ago, 2 years ago, as I'd say, when I first saw her wrestle, I thought she was a little like just the way she moved. I felt like she moved like Frankenstein. A little kind of like, she just didn't have really good her body control looked kind of weird. But she's gotten a lot better, man. That young lady is, and now she's having really awesome matches against other, where she's making the other women look good too. So it's awesome. I'm assuming Willow and Nightingale lost that match because I don't believe they're going to take the title off of Hart.
Willow Nightingale beat Julia Hart to
win. What?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Holy shit! I did not think that would happen. I didn't think they were going to take the title off of her yet. I didn't. Yeah. I'm convinced. See, I'm convinced they're going to turn Willow Nightingale into a heel. So I'm waiting for the heel turn to come. But I thought the heel turn was going to come because she lost the match, maybe, and get steamed up. Now she's the champion. I'm like, fuck.
Yo, the AEW International Championship match: Kyle O'Reilly versus Roderick Strong. Now, I wouldn't say this would be like a pay-per-view main event.
Yeah,
but actually, it could have main evented NXT.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
That was a damn good match and fun.
Those two are so good, man. They're so good. And think about it, NXT had both of them.
Yeah,
and on top of that, they had all. I mean, oh my god, it's too too crazy. They're
the wealth
so
of
awesome.
talent that WWE had and has is just insane.
And at one point I was kind of, I don't know, I was kind of bashing AEW because I thought they were just kept picking up WWE scraps, you know.
Yeah,
but
they have been.
But some of those scraps, dude, have turned out to be really good wrestlers, man. They're really good performers. And
I think, in all honesty, the NJPW, the New Japan guys, have been more valuable than the WWE guys.
I can go with that. I would agree with that. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it,
I mean, Jay White is one of the best wrestlers in the world.
He is incredible, dude. I love that motherfucker. I do. I love him to death. I like his character too. Okada's unreal.
No matter what you say, the Rainmaker is still one of the best fucking wrestlers in the world.
He's unbelievable. I love watching him in the ring.
He's just so goddamn good.
And there's another one that I think they're gonna. I mean, AEW's gonna push him to heaven. They're not.
Will Ospreay is going to be the savior of that company, and the biggest match I'm looking forward to is Ospreay and Omega again.
Proof, by the way,
they touched in New Japan, I think.
Yeah, proof that how good he is. The WWE pursued him like a motherfucker, and he basically turned them down.
Yeah,
and because I mean. And I don't think it was about money. I don't think it was even about money. I think it had to do with just a lot of
wanted to do and who he wanted to wrestle.
Yeah, and I think that he felt. Well, I was watching one interview with another wrestler who is, knows Will Ospreay, and the other wrestler was saying that they're a big problem with the WWE is that when you're in the WWE, you're closed off to everything else in wrestling. Yeah. It's only the WWE has got its own little world, and rarely do they open. They don't open the door at all to other promotions at all, other than the invite somebody, a woman from the Royal Rumble, to be in the Royal Rumble from Impact, right? So that's about it. They've done that twice now.
Yeah.
And the problem is that unless the WWE gets a little more flexible with that, a lot of pro wrestlers don't want to go there and just kind of be stuck just there.
I think we're going to be able to tell within the next couple of years what kind of status WWE is going to have with their wrestlers, and especially. Well, this is something else we can talk about later because I want to get back to this pay-per-view. But the Federal Trade Commission striking down non-compete agreements.
See, that's good.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah. All right.
This was like a break for me because the Roderick Strong match I liked a lot. So then we go to Jericho Hook.
Okay. I'm going to assume Hook won that.
No.
What? You gotta be fucking kidding me. I love Jericho, but Jericho should have definitely put a Hook over. That's crazy.
Jericho delivered 2 Judas effects, then used a baseball bat.
Oh, okay. All right. I see what they did. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So they had Jericho win it, but in a way where it wouldn't hurt Hook. I got you. Yeah. Okay. All right. I see. And of course, it doesn't hurt Jericho either because that's a Jericho.
Jericho just throwing jabs, Taz's way.
Right.
Hilarious.
That's a Jericho.
Not being Jericho able to do thing to do. Fucking thing about it.
Oh yeah, because that's right. Taz is his dad. He's gonna watch his ass, but yeah. See, that's such a Jericho thing to do. It just is, Too fucking funny. Oh man.
Fucking next was my girlfriend Tony Storm and Thunder Rosa.
What a hot piece of ass, God. That woman.
Storm Tony Storm goes
She
over
is
after a
so.
see you next Tuesday punt.
Later, I mean, I knew they weren't gonna. I didn't think they were gonna take the belt off of her. I just didn't. And I know Thunder
She's
Rosa is
amazing right now.
she's incredible. She's on a really good run right now. The character she's developed is unbelievable. It's just amazing what she's doing. She's doing some good stuff. I can't believe they want to they fuck with that in any way. And because her being the champion makes it even more fun. I guess she's just I don't know. I love it. And I know Thunder Rosa is a pretty popular wrestler and all that, but yeah,
That was a fun match.
yeah, I bet it was. Shit,
All right, now we get to it.
uh-huh.
Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson.
I did see some highlights from this one, but I didn't see what you were talking about.
Okay,
They didn't show that.
this match to me has two different parts. Okay,
Mhm.
It has the entire match,
Right?
and then the finish.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
this was amazing. This might have been one of the best matches I've seen.
You're talking about two very, very talented guys. I mean, that are like probably honestly, they could be the two best in the world. Or amongst them. If you were to put together like a special team of best in the world, they're definitely on it.
Yeah.
I mean, the two of them are insane. So I'm not surprised.
Let's be fucking honest.
Uh
If CM Punk comes back and starts calling himself the best in the world, he's a fucking liar.
Nah.
Because
CM
both of those men in that ring.
Oh yeah.
Are
Let me tell you,
leaps and bounds better than anything that Punk has ever been.
CM Punk hasn't been the best of the world in a long time, in my opinion. You can say it, and I'm not hating on him necessarily. I like CM Punk because
I've become a hater of his.
Yeah, I think I like him because of how controversial he is. I just like that he stirs everything up just by showing up. He stirs everything up, and I find that to be highly amusing. But he as far as an actual in-ring worker, in my opinion, he hasn't been he's not he's not even he's like a shadow of himself, dude. Seriously, you think about CM Punk like even like 15 years ago.
Okay.
Compared to now.
Think about this. He had 2 catastrophic losses in MMA.
Absolutely, which was,
so
that's true.
That damages your credibility.
It does.
And way.
Yeah.
When he first came back to AEW, he was a gigantic draw because they started running the Chicago shows.
Right. And he's gonna be huge in Chicago because he's a Chicago boy, they love it. But yeah.
If you look at him when he was back in the ring, he's in some of the worst shape of his life.
Yeah.
Then he looks great in a suit right now.
Sure. I mean,
But he was blowing up against Adam Page. He blew up. He blew up in quite a few matches, and that was his whole thing. Was he was a cardio monster, even though he didn't fucking work out.
I think that he's also like right now. There should be no excuse for him to be like. I mean, I know he's getting over an injury right now and all that, over surgery. But
and that's the other thing. They say he's going to be back soon.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like
I'm sure he's.
Month.
Yeah, he's had some time to heal, and I'm sure he's going to be ready to go. But to me, he has no excuses as far as being out of shape.
Yeah.
To me, that's like, fuck that, dude. Your ass needs to be. You should be working out and again having your shit together because this bullshit, man. This is you're gonna what it takes to be a pro wrestler. The cardio. I don't want to hear no shit about him being out of shape. It's bullshit, you know.
And the other thing that I keep seeing, dude, is like people on the internet being like, he whooped Jack Perry's ass. He got a sloppy guillotine on a smaller dude who was backpedaling and not fighting back.
Yeah, it didn't look
And
like it was.
He couldn't even fucking get a tie clinch in. I was talking about this with one of the dudes in the 11 Soft Club, the Kevin Nash podcast.
Yeah.
We were talking about it, and it's such a simple transition to go from a tie clinch into a guillotine, and he couldn't even do it. Duke Rufus's? Fuck him. I hate him. I hate him at this point. Just like everything that he does, just like, oh.
The problem is he's for every hater, he's got like this people that have a blind devotion to him, and I have never had a blind devotion to him. I did think he was a very good pro wrestler at one time. I did. I thought he was great, and he was controversial, and he would break the wall a bit in pro wrestling, and I loved it when wrestlers did that because it was something that very few did.
Yeah.
And he would get serious, and I'm like, yeah, this guy's like no joke, man, and it was like the pipe bomb is great, but I almost feel like his whole mystique of greatness hinges on that pipe bomb.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's
so, no, I completely agree with that, but back to this shit with Osprey and Danielson.
Yeah.
So like the entire match was fucking amazing. Okay.
Right.
Then Not surprised. Get Osprey with a Tiger Driver. Okay. God. So we get some Gaga with him hitting the Tiger Driver. Danielson goes down, starts grabbing his neck like this.
Mm-hmm.
And the ref turns to call for the bell. Osprey doesn't see shit, right?
Yeah.
And hits fucking Danielson with the hidden blade.
Oh shit.
So Osprey pins him, match is over. He's checking on Danielson and shit. Danielson is on the ground grabbing his neck like he's got a fucking knife wound in his carotid.
Yeah, like he's in serious pain.
Fuck. Just over and over again. And it's like, yo, this is not the first time, because they're reporting that this is a fucking work.
Well, it must have been because he was back on TV after that pay-per-view, and he wasn't hurt
on tonight.
No, not tonight. It was on. It was Wednesday, I think it was.
Shit.
Yeah, I think it was Wednesday. I think it was.
I watched Dynamite, but like the only thing that hits out to me is the Bucks and Tony Khan.
Yeah, let's
see.
Like,
this is not the first time, if this is a work, that they've done this with Danielson, and he's done it in AEW and he's done it in WWE. And I kind of find it fucking tasteless with his history.
It is. It's not. It's you're taking advantage of a real medical issue he has,
right?
And you're fucking. I don't know. I don't like it either.
And dude, every wrestler in the world is going to disagree with that, because it's that's their job to fucking fool the marks and shit.
Yeah,
but there comes a point when you're really tugging on people's emotions.
Agreed. Absolutely.
Fucking pulling a real life event into wrestling, it doesn't go well.
Nah, and it's not.
Anytime it's an injury that's like a shoot injury that they fucking do shit with that, people get pissed, and then shit like Matt Hardy and fucking Edge with Lita, that didn't turn out too fucking well for people either, did it?
No, wasn't good.
Yeah.
Well, they just showed the spike pile driver again.
But dude, this seriously was one of the better matches I've seen. I don't know if it's top 10. I'm not going to go that far, but top 20 definitely. Out of all the matches I've seen, and I'm
I
in
wouldn't
my
be
40s.
shocked. I'm not shocked. I'm not. Well, I'm not shocked. Not surprised. Just because of who was in the match. I mean,
Yeah.
goddamn.
People already were like, okay, greatest match of all time, but like,
that may be tough to say that because I mean,
yeah,
there have been some really classically amazing matches over the last fucking 30, 40 years. There've been some really good shit. So it's hard for me to. Sometimes I always think people have recency bias too much, especially in pro wrestling. So I just and I invite people to go back in time and take a look at some old school stuff that other wrestlers did.
yeah.
You might not want to anoint this the greatest match of all time.
Yeah.
Not to say, but I'm sure it was good. I'm sure it was great. I mean, maybe amongst the greatest matches of all time. Maybe included on that, but to put it as single that's a bold statement.
So that's the third match from the main event.
Jesus Christ. Boy, they really load their fucking pay-per-views up.
Then we went to FTR versus the Bucks.
Okay.
Great fucking match.
I saw some highlights of that too.
Fucking the Bucks and FTR magic together.
Yeah. It's funny about the Bucks, man. I never really have been a big fan of them as a tag team until recently.
Yeah,
it's been recently that I've started appreciating them a lot, and now
I liked them when I first saw them in TNA.
That's
where I first saw them,
and they were they're pretty fucking good, and I'm not.
I really became a fan watching Being the Elite.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. That's I don't think I've seen a bad match that they've been in. Let's put it that way. I don't recall one I've seen that's been bad.
She misspelled it, but
What'd you misspell?
Right here on the bottom.
I can't see it.
Hi, boys. Keeping it moist.
My daughter got my ass with that shit earlier today, man.
Yeah.
So something about I see moist cave. I'm like, oh, gross.
Ew. I definitely want to hear about a moist cave from my
from you exactly. I'm like, that's disgusting.
There she goes. She corrected the spelling. But so this tag match was awesome, as the Bucks and FTR do every single time they get in the ring. This is the fourth time, and I am within 5 years, and I am not sick of it at all.
And and I know I just gave the Bucks a lot of love, but let me get FTR is pretty fucking badass too. I don't know,
especially Dax Harwood. Dax is a dude, and he's unbelievable. Like him.
Yet another talented tag team that the WWE had at one time, and they blew it.
So, motherfucking a fan runs in the ring.
What? Oh shit!
I forget who he hit, but he hits at one of the FTR guys. Fucking, the Bucks go ahead and pin.
Right.
Security's got the guy in the corner, and it's
that's
Jack
when
fucking Perry.
Baby boy makes his return. Yep. Okay. All right. Yeah,
man. So we go from that. Well, why don't we just talk? We're hitting like 20 minutes till 11.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we hit the draft and Dynamite, because those are the more interesting things, and then we can go hang out.
All right, that's cool.
So Dynamite, I don't give a fuck what. So actually, sorry, the main event is Swerve and Samoa Joe.
Right.
So that's the main event.
Yeah.
I personally, I see how talented this kid is.
Mm-hmm. He's really good.
Fucking early.
Well, I feel like they should have gotten more out of it. That's how I
Yeah.
felt. I understand
I
wanting to
don't
put
think
the
he
belt
should
on
have
him.
won on his first fucking pay per view.
Me neither. Neither do I. I really wanted to see him and Joe go at it a few times at least. I mean, come on, why not? And that would have been cool, and they could have done
Yeah.
that. And I mean, I'm not saying they can't still have Joe and him go at it again,
Yeah.
but now that he's the champion, he just defended the belt against Claudio tonight, and it was a good match. But it's like now he's automatically on to other title defenses. And it's like, all right, that's what they got to do. They have to legitimize him by having him have some good title defenses. That's what they got to do.
Well, the problem is like going from that to Dynamite. That is one thing. Like there was a couple of times in that match on Dynamite where he was really early.
Yeah,
there was that spot in the corner, and I forget the second one that caught my attention. But there were two spots in that match where he was really early. He was in the exact right spot where his opponent should have been.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know whether it was a timing issue between the two. I am not familiar with Swerve, but I noticed a couple spots in the Samoa Joe match too. It's like this dude is so fucking quick. It's like intelligent people who like have to, their mouth goes faster than their brain does. Like it's like that.
He definitely has that problem with a lot of wrestlers can keep they it works because they're fast enough too. I just think sometimes he doesn't know how to slow himself down enough to match what he's working with, and I've seen that happen before too, and it's like, God damn it, dude, you're ruining a match when you do shit like that, though.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna talk about that with Tony Khan.
Yeah, let me just make sure that there's anything.
Oh my goodness, man!
So it was Kyle Fletcher that he was against, who actually he was impressive too, young blonde kid.
Yeah.
TBS Will Nightingale. Yeah. Mercedes came in during the whole Willow Nightingale thing, and there was a schmoz. The Casino Gauntlet match. This was a fucking pay-per-view quality match right here.
All right. I didn't know about the Casino Gauntlet match. Okay. That's fucking cool. They have crazy ass names.
Osprey won that.
Fucking nuts, dude.
Oh, Jesus. And so we heard from Jericho. They're saying blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Big Bill is probably going to be like in Jericho's new stable, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. Obviously he's going to put together a new crew again. There we go.
Yeah.
Another fucking.
Yeah.
The Inner Circle.
Yeah. Then they fucking go and they have Callis and Osprey and Kyle Fletcher backstage with Renee. And like they're trying to sell the fact that he like hesitated in grabbing a Tiger Driver on O'Reilly during the Gauntlet match, right? So basically they're going to be selling that now, that like he's going to hesitate to do the Tiger Driver because it's going to hurt his opponent and shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, I guess I don't know who it was, but there was an injury in this match. It was the IWGP Heavyweight Championship match, Moxley versus Powerhouse Hobbs. There was an injury there. I don't have the time to look up who it was.
Yeah, he put Hobbs to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't see where he could be. But I heard something about somebody got hurt. I don't know if it was. I couldn't, and then during the match, I didn't see anything that would look like. But you never know and shit.
Yeah.
So it's tough to tell, and then
Here we go to fucking Tony Khan.
Good old
So
Jungle
they
Boy
try to
comes
make
on out.
they try to make it look like Jungle Boy's gonna apologize and be a new man and hug Tony and all this shit.
He definitely did. He definitely went through it all.
Drops him with the padded mic to the liver, but you don't hear anything over the PA system.
Right.
Like Nash on his podcast will be talking about that on Monday.
And then
he like that was his observation, and like I didn't catch it until he said it, and then it was like, holy shit. Like just picturing it back in your mind, it was so fucking. And then the spot
was done.
The Bucks with the tombstone, and the guy got off the top rope.
To me, even that looks wonky. The way he fell, the way he had his legs. It's like he went limp on his legs. And they were like,
he doesn't know how to sell a goddamn thing.
No, it was bad, dude.
And so Tony fucking is laid out and all that.
I did like that. I like that his dad come down though. all these other pro wrestlers come out. Yeah, like where the fuck were y'all at?
All the fucking my man Nash is wild as fuck. He was talking about the lucha. He was like, "That's what you need for security in these situations: more luchadors." Yo, my man is wild. Anybody within the voice, I am telling you, the $10 a month for his paid podcast is definitely worth it. It is so fun.
I'm gonna have to get a hold of that, man. I'm gonna have to find that.
Yeah, dude, because I'm doing watch parties for them too.
Where do you listen? Where do you listen to it at?
SmackDown. It's YouTube. It's an unlisted.
Oh, just on YouTube. Okay.
If you pay, you can listen to it out like when he posts them on Monday. Okay.
Okay.
But like the new recording day is Thursdays, right?
Okay.
And so basically, it's just a YouTube link, like what I would send out for this, except it's just unlisted. So like nobody can watch it without the link.
Okay.
And then, they edit and, move around what they got to do, insert like commercials and stuff and have it out by Monday.
Okay.
So if you pay the $10 a month, basically there's a Discord server that we just started. There, and then you get that whole experience, and like Kevin responds to like our questions in chat and stuff. It's a really cool experience because like you're watching, he's my favorite wrestler, but he's a cool fucking wrestler with a lot of stories. He knows a lot of people in the business.
That's why I like him so much, just because he's an open book. He'll fucking he'll talk to you about anything, dude. And he'll tell you some of the great. Where a lot of pro wrestlers don't do that because they don't. There's a limit to what they'll do, what they'll talk about, And I feel like with him, there's no fucking limit, dude. He'll lay it all on the line, and I appreciate that, And it's kind of fun. So I've watched like I watched clips from his show. I've seen little clips from it, and I've loved the little clips that I watched, and I'm like, God damn, he's good, man. He just got to think something. He got the hang of this thing, not bad. Yeah. Oh, Deanna Peraza and Thunder Rosa are getting it on. All right.
So yeah, that was the huge thing. I loved it. I showed you that clip earlier of at the NFL draft, Mel Kiper, which is the Mel Kiper impersonator from the fucking what is it, McAfee show?
Yeah, he's good. I forgot about Mel Kiper from McAfee. I thought he was the real Mel Kiper. I thought he was real
Tony Khan apart. He said, if you're gonna wear a fucking neck brace, fucking sell it. Don't turn your fucking head.
Yeah, don't turn your head. That's true. And then he was on the NFL Network where they're interviewing him. Yeah. And he's every dude about every 15 seconds he's pumping, promoting promoting AEW and all this
Well,
stuff.
hey, you can't fucking
But
blame him for that
no,
shit.
I don't. But I loved it. I loved it. And of course, he called the WWE the Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein of wrestling.
That was fucking amazing.
We're the Pepsi of wrestling.
Oh
They're
yeah,
the
we're
Harvey
yeah,
Weinstein.
yeah.
That's like we're the Coca wrestling. They're the fucking Hannibal Lecter.
Right.
Like,
It was
holy
fucking
shit.
great, dude. He I
It's
don't
like,
you know
dude,
when he said that, that's when they decided, oh, okay, we're gonna get him off the air. That's
he
enough.
looks like fucking Sideshow Bob off his fucking lithium. Sideshow Bob is running one of the major fucking wrestling fucking promotions in this country.
He's a goofy looking son of a bitch, but I don't know, man. You know what? I give him credit though. He's grown this fucking company pretty well, man. He's got this
Yeah,
kind of
they are only 5 years old.
and for being only 5 years old, it's amazing where they're at.
Yeah.
And you know, and I believe what I heard was last year it was the first year that they've made like a really pretty decent profit on the show. All from it now, from the company.
I mean,
You know,
probably do because of their TV deal, but like
I think so.
their live shows are in a lot of trouble. They have
Yeah,
to they have to float all their audience to the hard cam side so that they
that's
look like
exciting.
they have a full arena.
I've noticed it. I've
They've done
noticed.
that. They've done that quite a few times.
They'll they did this one trick where they were putting they like put like so almost like not almost a curtain or it's like a divider like
Yeah,
that to they kind of like block some of the seats
yeah,
like in
blackouts.
the back. Yeah, yeah. It's fucking I'm like yep. You know why that was getting blacked out? I think you're right. I think it's the TV deal, the TV stuff that's doing well because their live shows, I think, are. I mean, even on the TV shows, it's rough. It's rough. I mean, they're at what's it, Bailey's, in Jacksonville. So tonight and over the past few days, I think they're going back on the road next week, though.
Like, if I'm fucking Tony Khan, like I'm looking and I see, oh my god, I am driving this fucking company into the ground. It's going to be a WCW level crash. I need help, and I would look around and I would see who the hell I could hire. Because and I'm not talking about wrestlers because they
Yeah,
have the fucking talent in wrestling.
no, they do.
They need people in the backstage that are going to tell this fucking kid, hey, look, this may be a toy to you, but this is a business and this is these
Right.
wrestlers' livelihoods. We
Yeah.
need to take care of this.
And not to mention, dude, I agree. He needs some writers. He needs some.
Every adult
God.
in that company has
Hey.
left.
He needs like well, yeah. I mean, even Cody had to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Because Cody had it with how some things were going.
And that's
I mean,
the thing.
Christ.
That's the thing. They have so much talent. They put on these fucking amazing matches.
Yeah.
That, like,
but like
as a wrestling fan, like, holy shit, look at this product. And then you have to listen to him open his mouth. He's like fucking Bobby Vala and those fucking assholes.
But see, I've always said where pro wrestling really thrives is and they do a good job. They can tell a story in the ring. These guys really know how to do a great match. But you got to have out of the ring storyline too, and you got to have. And I feel like they just don't do it. They don't give a fuck. They just don't care. Week to week, you're lucky if they stay with the same thing.
Let's be honest here. The death knell of promotions, besides the WWE,
right,
has been when the owner becomes a character.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. Yeah, look what happened with TNA,
WCW, TNA,
WCW. Yeah, Eric Bischoff became like the leader of the bad
NWA's had a
guys.
lot of problems. They've
You
had
know,
great numbers, and they've had a lot of problems with Billy Corgan.
because now Billy Corgan's on screen now. That's
Yeah,
why he's on. Yeah, because he's part of the.
yeah.
He's yeah. He's
These people that own the people that own these companies cannot help themselves putting themselves on screen. And the only like Bischoff did it successfully for a while, but let's be honest,
he did
Vince McMahon was the one that did it the most successfully, and
right.
that comes across because obviously now that man was Hannibal fucking Lecter.
Sure,
Like,
it's true.
You could do an A24 horror movie about Vince McMahon.
Yeah, he could. That's fucking hilarious.
Have the dude that played Stick in Daredevil play Vince McMahon, and they've got to get away from Vince McMahon, and he's chasing them around the fucking Titan Tower. You could make a fucking video. That would be a franchise.
Unreal. I have a theory on. I have a theory, by the way, on why he worked as a evil, as like in the evil boss character.
Okay.
My theory on how I work. One is he didn't overstay his welcome.
Yeah.
Vince knew how to end the storyline with him losing and get the fuck out and gonna go away for a while.
Yeah.
Where we won't see him for a little bit. And then when we're ready to start a new storyline with him, we bring him back. And the crowd goes crazy because he's back. Yay! And then he start booing him again because he opens his mouth and says he's gonna Austin, whatever. But he always
me all along.
Yeah. That was hilarious, by the way, back in the day. That was so funny. But
and that was like, dude, so you fucking okayed Stephanie getting crucified, bro? What the fuck?
Yep.
Like, god damn.
That's also the night, I believe, when Stephanie and Linda McMahon made Stone Cold the CEO of the company. And he proceeded to put all his fuckers in Vince's crew in matches and shit. It was pretty good.
Not gonna work with Tony Khan.
No, that's you gotta. To me, Tony Khan is a goody boss, though. He's like the goody boss who.
I got an idea how to get over.
How?
Okay, so they have Satnam Singh there already, right?
Uh-huh.
Jinder Mahal was just released.
Yeah.
You have those two be Tony Khan's fucking bodyguards. You can bring, if you want, you can bring in what was the dude that was actually kind of cool on Raw for a little bit? Was it Shanky?
It might have been Shanky. Yeah, I was Shanky. I think it was Shanky. Yeah,
he was a heel, but he was fucking cool.
Yeah, I think it was Shanky. I think it was.
Oh no, but they fucking pushed him and then released him right away.
I know.
But like, you could do that, and that would be a way to get out of the storyline.
Yeah,
because it's going bad, and all it's doing is causing mainstream media attention in a negative light on your company.
I think he just needs to stay the fuck up. And if you're gonna be on TV, don't come in the ring. Stay the fuck out the ring. Be on TV for a minute. Make your little announcements that you make, and then get the fuck out. Yeah, that's what he needs to stick to. I mean, yeah, doing a spike pile driver on him and all that was. It was really bad, first of all, but
they had to protect him so much.
Yeah, they did, because he has no clue.
Dude, they were basically 69ing in a tombstone. And then they had to cut the angle because Matt, who's the one that goes up top for that? I can't ever keep them apart because it looks so much alike, Matt and Nick. So whoever went up top had to basically botch the fucking pile driver part of the move.
Right. To make sure you don't really fuck them up.
Not
you
the
know?
pile driver,
Right.
the fucking flip.
The flip, yeah. I
Yeah.
understand.
And then,
Fucking
Okada
insane,
was
dude.
there and shit. And yeah.
Yeah. It was really ridiculous.
Oh, man. It's 11 o'clock right now, so I'll go ahead and hit the draft real quick, and then we'll get
All right.
off here.
All
We've
right.
already started a hangout, so that link's in the chats.
Okay.
So, yeah. Roster is divided into 2 draft pools with different
Yeah.
wrestlers eligible to be selected each night. Wrestlers from NXT are also eligible to be selected. It was announced at the start of SmackDown that Roman Reigns had voluntarily withdrawn from the draft.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman said Reigns won't be returning in the immediate future.
Yep.
From nobody knows what's true going on behind the scenes.
Right. But
There's reports that Roman has been fucking
Mhm.
going through leukemia treatments up
Yeah.
through WrestleMania, and
that's what I had heard he was doing. He was doing that, and that's why he's been
Yeah.
missing. That's why he's been missing a lot of time.
Yeah.
And so, he's getting, and that's crazy, dude. If he's still been performing while he's been.
Yeah.
I mean, goddamn, dude, his dedication is admirable, but Jesus Christ, come on, take some time off and rest, brother.
So let's go through these. These are alternating SmackDown Raw, SmackDown Raw.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Round 1, SmackDown, Bianca Belair, Raw, Jey Uso. SmackDown, Carmelo Hayes, Raw, Seth Rollins. So during the night, they had Carmelo Hayes versus Cody, which was actually pretty good. I had never seen Carmelo Hayes before.
Yeah, Carmelo Hayes is one of my favorites, dude. So I'm not
his emotion, how he emotes in the ring. I really like that. I like that a lot.
He's a really good in-ring worker. Does the good facial expressions and shit.
Yeah.
He's really
quick as a cat.
Yep.
Very light on his feet.
Absolutely.
Great in every aspect I saw.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Round 2, SmackDown, Randy Orton. Raw, Braun Breaker. SmackDown, Nia Jax. Raw, Liv Morgan. Round 3, SmackDown, LA Knight. Raw, Ricochet. SmackDown, The Bloodline. And that was part of the thing. They were pissed off that they didn't go as the first pick for SmackDown.
Right.
Yeah, and they were like kind of working the Roman angle in there, that he's not, around and shit. So that people don't know what the Bloodline is doing. So after SmackDown picks the Bloodline, Raw goes and grabs Sheamus. Okay. That makes sense, man.
Let's grab Sheamus. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Round 4, SmackDown, AJ Styles. Raw, Alpha Academy. And they had a little blow up on Raw where Gable fucking ran all them down. I hope the fuck Otis goes off by himself and
he
in a match.
He made Otis agree that we are going to win the title, the Intercontinental title. Basically, he's going to get help.
So after Raw takes Alpha Academy, SmackDown goes Andrade. Then Raw takes Kiana James from NXT, I guess, right?
Say again.
Kiana James.
Yeah. Kiana James is from NXT.
Yeah.
She's actually really, really good, but I just didn't think they were gonna put her up yet. I didn't think she was gonna move her up yet. Because she's kind of in the middle of a storyline right now where she's trying to get a title shot. So I guess that's just gonna be done. But so I don't know. But would be the first time.
Yeah. All right. So after that is the ones that are announced on social media. We got Baron Corbin to SmackDown.
Bring him back up.
Alba Fire and Isla Dawn to Raw.
Okay.
Well, the thing with Baron Corbin is like they broke up the Wolf Dogs.
Yeah, I know. That was actually I was having fun with that. That was a fun tag team, by the way. I liked it. So it's one of the first times I've actually liked Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
I used to just fucking couldn't stand his ass, but now I actually enjoyed it. I was like, this is great, man.
Yeah. So we go down SmackDown, the OC, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, and Mission.
Right.
I'm sorry if I'm butchering her name. She's Keith Lee's wife.
Yep.
Raw. Ivar.
It's a high bar. Yeah, well, why not?
SmackDown. Oh, go ahead.
Keep the Viking Raider there, I guess. I don't know.
No, we'll figure that out once the other one comes back. SmackDown takes Cedric Alexander and Ashanti the Adonis.
Mm-hmm.
Then Shayna Baszler for Raw, and Raw gets another pick in Zoe Stark. So those are the ones that are announced on social media. Coming up on Monday on Raw, there will be Jesus Christ, where's my pointer? There will be the second.
Yeah, like the second round or second day of it.
And other superstars are eligible. So the updated SmackDown roster so far is Cody, Bailey, Logan Paul, Grayson Waller, and Austin Theory, the tag champs.
Yep.
If you're a champion in this draft, you are not eligible to be drafted to the other.
Right. So keeping the champions where they are.
So then you go down Bianca Belair, Carmelo Hayes, Randy Orton, Nia Jax, LA Knight, The Bloodline, AJ Styles, Andrade, Baron Corbin, the OC, and Cedric and Ashanti. So like I haven't been watching fucking SmackDown, so I guess AJ and the OC are on the outs.
Yeah, because he's just being a bitch to everybody, I guess. So he's mad. He's mad at the world.
Raw goes to again, these are their champions: Damian Priest, Becky Lynch, Sami Zayn with the Intercontinental belt, the Awesome Truth of the World Tag Team Champs.
Which is really fucking fun.
Great fucking match with DIY.
They did.
Ciampa might be turning.
Yeah, I got a feeling they're showing Ciampa. Yeah, I saw that too. I was like, uh-oh.
Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker on Raw is kind of big to me.
Well, it's funny. Like he just came up, and having him on Raw, I just think I think they're setting him up to be to win the world title.
Yeah,
I do.
I think that's. I think that if you can bring Braun Breaker into and CM Punk as a feud into the Netflix deal, that's pretty huge.
Agreed. I just think that I think he's gonna get the fast pace effect, a treatment. Because he's fucking incredible, dude. He's Imagine if you took
Steiner stun gun. Yeah.
Yes. Imagine if you took the Steiner brothers and you merged them together.
Yeah.
This is what you're getting right here. He's got a lot of shit. He looks at
me like if you mixed his father and Goldberg.
Probably, maybe. But I can see the showmanship of his uncle, though. I mean, that he has, and it's and that's just that's. I mean, it's just such showmanship, and that's something that Rick didn't really have much of. It was, Scotty was always the showboat more so, and when he oh man, I really do think they're gonna fast track him. I worries me when they do that to wrestlers though, because then it's like it gets boring really fast, Yeah. I hope they have him chase the championship for a while. That'd be fun. I'd like to see that. I want Damian Priest to stay just to hold on to the belt for a little bit.
Yeah, especially since fucking Drew called him a transitional champ.
Yes.
Like
now,
once you have Drew do that, you can't have him.
Yeah, you'll ruin him if you drop the belt. He has to keep that belt. He has to get a few title defenses under him.
Yeah.
Before you even think about it, and I like, I don't care how you have them win. If you want to have them win dirty, have them win dirty. It's fine. I
Yeah.
don't care. I mean, if these, but
That's what
it's,
the Judgment Day is there for.
exactly. And then of course they're starting to put make it like there's a fraction in the Judgment Day
Yeah.
because he basically is
Now,
being, I'm the man,
yeah. Now after Braun Breaker, we get Liv Morgan,
right,
Ricochet, Sheamus, who Drew had a great fucking line on because Sheamus has that banger after banger after
right,
banger line.
yeah.
Drew says, "Yeah, well, you look like you've been eating burger after burger after burger."
That's fucking awesome, dude. Oh
Dude, this
shit.
is the best Drew McIntyre we've ever seen.
Yeah, I think they're letting him have a little more. I think they'll let him cut loose a little bit more on the mic,
Yeah.
and I think when he can cut loose, he can have he can do he can be funny as shit, and he has the ability to do it. That's not bad. That's cool, man. Now I'm really pissed off on Miss Raw. I mean SmackDown because I miss SmackDown a little bit.
All right, so Alpha Academy, Kiana
Okay.
James, Alba Fire, and Isla Dawn, Ivar, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark.
Now I like that they've got if you're gonna have if you're bringing Kiana James up, I kind of like that it's interesting because I think I've been waiting for them to make another female faction. We just got we still have the what's Bailey's group
Damage
control without Bailey now, right? But they're still damage control and over there, and I was hoping they would do one on Raw, and with her coming up, I'm wondering if they might team her up with somebody.
I don't know why I missed that pick, but Jade I think is on SmackDown with Bianca.
Ooh, see, that's good because they're
So they
keeping
got Jade and Bianca going against the Kabuki Warriors.
right. And see, I think they're going to win the World Tag Team titles.
Yeah.
And
damn, I like the Kabuki Warriors though. I don't know what it is, man. I love Asuka.
Actually, it's funny. I feel like when you have Asuka in matches where it's like where she's at in tag team matches, I feel like they dumb Asuka down a little bit. Like if you watch her in a singles match, she does some crazy shit, dude. Yeah. She's fucking incredible. She moves really good. But whenever you watch her in tag team, and I'm not saying she's bad or nothing, but I feel like there's not enough time for her to really show off her movesets. So it's like she's sort of you get half Asuka, and I'm like, God damn it, dude. At least she still spits the mist. That's cool. But but I mean, man. I knew they were gonna have them drop the belts because they're dying to put a strap on their new toy.
Yeah.
They want to put something on Jay Cargill, and it's gonna it'll set up something really cool. Because I believe Jay Cargill and Bianca Belair are gonna be putting a match against each other to see who's the number one contender for the world championship against Bailey. And if they're the tag team champions while you do this, it's gonna be very entertaining.
Yeah, the Mega Powers spot.
Yes, exactly. And I think that they're gonna have Jay Cargill almost be like a Goldberg. I got this funny feeling they're gonna have her beat everybody's ass, dude. I really do.
Dude, I know we've been going for a while, but how are you feeling? Do you want to pop off or do you want to go for a little more?
We can go for a little more if you want. So I think that's more stuff to go over. It's fine. I'm good with that.
I forgot to pop the link in the chats this week. So we've had like nobody the whole time.
I'll find it. I'll find the replay.
We'll find the replay and then we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
But Just real quick, Mondo had some. I don't know all the announcements because they had 1/6 scale animated Marvel shit
Okay.
with Venom and Spider-Man, and they've already shown some of the X-Men.
Oh shit.
But what really caught my attention?
Uh-huh.
Bang.
Oh, no fucking shit. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Certified, corroborated, and confirmed the officially licensed Mondo X Thundercats line is launching this year.
Oh my god. Now Mondo is the company that does the
Confirmed X-Men 97 Cyclops, the He-Man shit.
right, they're the ones that do the bigger He-Man, bigger scaled,
Yeah, it's
more
1/6 scale.
like more detailed, amazingly detailed though. That He-Man
Look
figure
at this
was sick.
Bane for Batman the
Holy
Animated Series.
shit. That looks great.
And here's one for you. Real Ghostbusters action figures are coming from Mondo.
Oh my god. Oh wow. Are they gonna
Like their
that's
He-Man
wild to me.
stuff was extremely tempting.
Well, I just thought it was cool because didn't they give you a second head, right? Where there's like a head that's really cartoon animation accurate.
Probably.
And I think there was another head that wasn't.
They're beautiful figures. And
They look
that Battle Cat, holy shit.
It's pretty awesome, dude. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm
like,
yeah.
I've never done 1/6 anything. Thundercats is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, if they do that quality on He-Man, like Thundercats.
Uh-huh. I mean, that's what I like about it is
because let's be fucking honest. Matty Collector and Super 7 fucked Thundercats.
I think so too. Yeah, I think
Matty Collector with the problems with quality when they started.
Yes.
Super 7 continuing on with the same 4 Horsemen molds that are degraded, obviously, because the fucking ones that first Lion-O was just the same Matty Collector fucking Lion-O.
Pretty much. That was it.
It wasn't the Panthro, and that was destroyed too. People are having problems with every figure in this fucking line.
I feel like they could doing them in
ruin because of the fucking hips.
Really, that sucks, dude. God.
Yeah. And I mean, we love these fucking franchises.
Yeah,
and to get chased out of them because of low quality figures is fucking insane.
Mm.
It's a license to print money, and you fuck it up.
Yeah. Now Mondo is pretty premium price for their figures.
Yeah.
But one thing though about their figures that I've noticed, I got the chance to really look at that, to check out that He-Man figure a lot, really well up close and check it out. And it's the sculpting they've got is incredible. I don't know who's doing their sculpt work on the but it was amazing. So I could see them doing a really good job on the Thundercats. I really could, because it being bigger, it's like you can get more. You guys get more detail into it, and they do. I don't think they're afraid of paint, which is nice. I don't know, man. Yeah, it's incredible, man. He's got fuzzy britches too. It looks really good. It's really cool, man. God, could you imagine
that scale of a gray skull?
Be insane. Jesus Christ. It is a really a really good. Did Mondo ever do a skeleton
sideshow?
Yeah. Did they ever do a Skeletor?
Yeah, let me find it for you real quick.
Right. I never saw it because I never seen a Skeletor before, and that's what I'd be interested in getting, as a Skeletor, because that's my favorite character from He-Man. So in the Masters of the Universe, I didn't really I mean, He-Man was okay and all, but I thought Skeletor was fucking off the chain, dude. I've always loved him.
All right. I don't know which release this is.
Yeah. I mean, I know
Hold
I
on.
bought two of the Revolution or the newer Revolution He-Mans. I bought one is like the normal He-Man, and the other one is like some kind of like barbarian He-Man or I don't
For
know.
what? Masterverse or
Yeah, Masterverse. I said Masterverse. I can't remember what it was called. And so I bought a couple of them, and I'm like, they're okay. I like the Skeletors
look
that
at
they've done
this
for the
fucking
Masterverse are good.
Skeletor.
Oh, that's amazing! Holy
And dude,
shit!
it's the fucking what is it, Dragon Claws or whatever?
Oh my god, that's beautiful though. Look at look at that! Oh my god, that's fantastic. Oh, I'm coming to look like a lot of shit too. Oh my god, look at that. That is sweet.
So the
That
fucking
is
battle
sweet.
armor.
Yeah, yeah. That's
I really wish, fuck it. Guys, it's fucking 40 years from the 80s. I'm sure that we can figure out a way to make this shit spin and work.
yeah.
Like, stop giving us fucking, removable plates and shit. Make the gimmick work. Give us what the fuck
Yeah,
we had as children. It doesn't hurt
really.
anyone. It's not fucking
Nope.
caps.
And it
It's not
was
a fucking Boba Fett missile that's gonna fuck you in the ass. Come on.
it was awesome. Those are my first He-Man, Nick, was like my first He-Man figure I ever had when I was a kid was the battle damage
Oh god,
armor
do you
He-Man.
see this one spinning?
Oh god.
And these things are a foot tall. Like
Yeah, it's incredible, dude.
I can't do
That
He-Man because I want so many figures and I'm in,
that's the
on
see. Yeah,
on the Masterverse shit.
I there's not. I liked He-Man. Okay, pretty good, but I only liked really. I don't know, a few characters on the show, man, that were to actually like make me go, oh, I want to get that. I mean, I liked Evil Lynn. I like Skeletor. Um, I like Tila. Tila was pretty cool. Yeah,
Well, see, I loved He-Man as a kid, obviously.
yeah, right, sure,
It was that was a boy shit.
right.
But like my love for it really came with 2000X.
Well, 2000X was amazing. They kind of they updated it, man. It just looks so much better, and I actually like the way I liked some of the story that they did with that in 2006 too. It was pretty cool. And that's where I got introduced to King Grayskull, and learned about the past, and shit like that, and yeah, that's right. I also got the King. I bought the King Grayskull figure that they did just because I thought he looked badass. That's how he looked
The
tough.
black one.
Yeah. He's the one that looks like
that figure's awesome.
He's fucking cool looking. I was like, I have to get that motherfucker. I think I put him on a battle. I bought another battle cat for him.
Oh, nice.
Put him on a battle cat. So there you go, man.
You could probably like paint the Cringer face to make it like a battle lion.
Probably. I was thinking about wondering if I could find a way to put some kind of mane, some kind of fur, or around the back of his head. And I was trying to figure it out, but I was like, yeah, because his lion basically was green, the same color as Cringer. Yeah. It was just a lion, and I was like, well, shit, man. Why not? It's cool though. He's fucking awesome. He looks like he was meant to ride a big fucking cat.
Dude, that race episode, that was kind of fucking cool in Masterverse. I like that.
Yeah, shit. It's good, man. It was good. Off subject real quick. Did you watch the new episode of X-Men 97?
Yes, sir, I did.
That's episode 7, right? Bright Eyes.
Yeah.
Is it good? I haven't watched it yet. Is it really fucking good?
Yeah.
I know where 6 left off at. I was like, oh my fucking god, dude. So I'm really
Yeah, it has to be 7 because 6 was like where they started dealing with Storm, right?
Storm gets her powers back. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, 7. Oh, I wish you would watched it. Mention it.
Yeah. I haven't watched it. Like I said, I've had my ass in the fucking draft for fucking 3 goddamn days. Haven't seen shit except the draft. I'm gonna have to watch it, dude. I gotta get on that. That's I'm addicted to this show. There's this they can't stop making this. They got it now. Disney's just gotta keep making it. Don't stop because I love this fucking thing.
Yeah,
I love the animation. I like the voice acting. I don't give a fuck what people say.
My only
fucking
problem
love
with
it.
it is the music and some of
Yeah.
some of the audio because like they level out like Storm's voice in that first episode is really obvious where they do it. The theme. I said lo-fi, but that's not the right term. There's like it's level. It's like you remember when we used to have the boom boxes with the equalizers?
Uh-huh.
And if you would put everything at mid, it sounded a certain way.
Right.
That's what the fucking theme sounds like to me. There's no bass to it.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. It's very flat.
Yeah, like that old theme, those fucking synth stabs like hit you like bump, bump, bump.
Yeah.
Bump.
And when he said it's freaking loud, dude. You get that. You're like, oh wow, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like
get myself hyped for the episodes. I watched the old theme.
Yeah, I don't blame you. The new theme doesn't. It's like it's almost like they did just a more flat version of it. That's no way I can describe it. It's not.
That's what it is. It's flat.
Yeah.
It doesn't hit you with each
right.
one of those. Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah. You kind of almost like, oh wow, it's just it's the same piece, but it just doesn't. It sounds like it's being.
It's not the same piece.
Oh, it's not. It sounds like it sounds the same to me. It's not. It's not the same one.
Yeah, I guess they did like live, fucking instruments for this one, whereas they did fucking digital for like a digital synthesizer for the original one.
Fuck that! Bring the digital synthesizer back. Yeah. That shit. Not that.
Fuck your instruments. It doesn't sound
good. It doesn't sound right.
It fucking sounds like what I remember.
Yeah, I agree. Somebody thought that was a cool idea. They were wrong.
You're playing so much off of nostalgia already. Just give us the old fucking theme back.
It's X-Men '97. It's nothing but nostalgia.
Yeah.
Just give it all to us. Fuck it, man. That's crazy.
James Gunn had a line too on Twitter. Somebody asked them, they were like, with Disney and Marvel having success with X-Men '97, do you think we could get Justice League 07?
Why?
And James Gunn was like, well, what I think is going on is that's such a beloved property and it has such a, unique place in its fans' hearts that we're going to go ahead and do different and not go ahead and copy Marvel on that, which is the first smart thing I've heard James Gunn say.
Yeah, I think so. It's probably a much more brilliant way to go. I don't. Yeah,
because if you go and rush out a Justice League 07, like it's been perceived that they've rushed everything else out.
Yeah, we're gonna notice it.
There's gonna be a nerd war.
Yeah,
and people are gonna pick at WB because
it's pretty
they're playing a dangerous game with this Amazon Batman series with Bruce Timm.
When is that supposed to come out?
I have no idea, but you fuck with Batman the animated series.
I don't know. They gotta be careful of that, man. Is it supposed to be like a continuation of the animated series?
Well, it's Bruce Timm basically saying, well, this is what I would do to make it a little more edgy and more adult.
Oh God, that's ridiculous.
Well, he's a great producer. He produced all of Batman the animated series, all of Justice League, It's his. That's his shit.
No, I get that, but I hate when people come in with something with well, this is how I reimagine it.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
Yeah, but like, yeah, it goes bad.
hey, this doesn't go well.
I was gonna say, you know, it's like he's the creator of it, and as he comes back, it's gonna be good. And then it's like, oh shit! Look at the special edition Star Wars. Look at everything fucking George Lucas touched after.
I was just about to say, that's funny you said that because the first one that popped up in my head was Lucas. It was George Lucas, and I was like, well, even though I think now I like the prequels more now than I used to.
Obviously.
I used to really hate on them bad, but they've found their way into my heart. Okay, they're all right,
over time, man.
Yeah, they've gotten better.
Eyes down.
Yeah, it just, but he definitely. I mean, just because you're the creator doesn't mean you're always going to do everything great. So, I don't know. That's sad. Yeah, I'm dying to see something work for DC as well. I really am. Like I'm looking forward to this Joker movie.
Yeah, me too.
Because I love the first one, and I'm happy to see it. But I honestly, Nick, I really did not want them to do a sequel to that movie. I didn't. But the problem is, I feel like that movie was so enjoyable. It's probably the only that and then the Batman movie that they did, which I thought I really enjoyed. Were the only two DC movies that I've seen in a long time that I really fucking liked. I really enjoyed myself.
Joker hit $1 billion.
Yeah, and then I heard something about they're not going to do a sequel to that Batman movie.
I don't know.
They got to.
They talked about the Penguin series coming out, and they showed a trailer for it.
That might be, and that could be. That could be fun. That could be fun. I mean, the Penguin's always been see, I love the Penguin, man. It's kind of cool, man.
Their current DC series is amazing.
Yeah,
it's like 7 or 8 issues in right now, and it's about like in the comics they had the Penguin's kids come in.
Oh no shit! Somebody mated with that motherfucker.
So yeah, it's his kids, and I guess they're supposed to be twins.
Oh Christ!
It's about him coming back to Gotham to take the underworld back over, and the twins have it's all these people he's recruited. He just had a confrontation with Batman. It's really good.
That sounds like a fun, man. Shit. I don't know. That's good. The Penguin with kids. Wow. Father of the year, man.
Yeah. And his kids are fucking brutal, man.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But, probably crazy, weird ass little kids.
Yeah. On the DC animation front, like we were talking, though.
Yeah.
The first 2 parts of Crisis are available. The first part is available on Max.
Okay.
Now, like, what I've been trying to remind people of is that Crisis was one of the first maxi series that took an entire year of continuity to go through.
Yeah.
Crisis on Infinite Earths is probably one of the messiest crossovers ever done because it was done in 86 or 87.
Okay.
And it involved the entire DC universe. All,
yeah. We couldn't restrict it to
multiverses.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't lost on me though that fucking the Monitors are the Watcher.
Mm-hmm.
The anti-Monitor is just a bigger version of Galactus.
Okay.
It's like DC has copied Marvel in this modern age just as much as Marvel copied them starting out. Because you got to think,
it's weird.
Yeah, it's so incestual. Like who came first and shit. Because believe it or not, I believe Namor came before fucking Aquaman.
See, that's crazy because I was always told that Namor was Marvel's, equivalent to him, and I'm like,
yeah,
okay, I like Namor. I loved him, and the character was great. And my first exposure to him was when he popped up in a Spider-Man comic, and I was like, "Fuck is this guy?" And, had the wings on the feet. I thought that was cool.
yeah, dude,
And
Namor is 2 years before Aquaman.
that's crazy. That's really crazy. So Aquaman is actually more like the Namor of the. That's incredible. I did not know that actually. He was definitely.
A lot of people think Marvel only started in the 60s.
Oh no, I knew they were around for longer than that, but
yeah, like Marvel Comics #1 was 1939.
Damn.
Yeah,
oh
so
shit! I didn't even know it started that early. God damn.
You got the android Human Torch in that. You got the Submariner. I think you might have like a version of the All-Star Squadron well, that's not the right name, but like something like that. Yeah. And then
that's amazing.
Like, you got Captain America coming from Jack Kirby and Joe Simon.
When did Captain America come in? When they
I want to say 40, but I'm not sure. I'll find out.
Damn. Yeah, I thought 1940s was early. I didn't think 39. That's pretty further back than I thought.
41 for Captain America.
Yeah, Captain America's.
Oh,
I know he's been around a long time though.
Yeah, March 1941.
Damn. That's pretty cool, actually. Shit.
Yeah. Because you got to think, man, like Superman was 38, Batman 39.
Yeah.
So like all this happened then. It's just like it seems like every like 40 years.
Yeah.
Is like a huge explosion of talent and creativity because you go from the 40s, you go from the 40s to the 60s.
Right.
60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 20 like there's never been more media to consume than now.
Mm-hmm. Definitely not. And I don't know, man. There's some late 80s, early 90s runs of Marvel comics that were just, I don't know, they were blowing my mind. I was so invested in like the next issue, whenever it was coming out, because I was so into it, man. I love that shit. The Spider-Man, there was 2 Spider-Man comics going on at the same time.
Yeah.
Then there was Spectacular Spider-Man and the Web of Spider-Man.
Oh, amazing!
Amazing Spider-Man, not Web. Yeah, amazing. That's amazing. Right.
Which came first, Web or Spectacular? Because they had 3 Spider-Man titles going on.
There was 3. When I was into, I was only I don't think there was 3. I think they'd gotten rid of 1, but there was 3. I know there was. Or maybe they started one up again.
They published Web, Spectacular, and Amazing all at the same time.
Yeah, they did. But I think when I was reading, I was only going between Amazing and Spectacular. I don't think there was Web yet, or it had already been and done. It's possible they had it and then they stopped it and then started it up again with a new run. So I don't know. They do that shit all the time. So I mean, it's a possibility. I just know between Spectacular and Amazing, they would run stories, intermingle the stories between the two when you cross. It was kind of awesome.
So they figured out in the 40s,
through
their contracts, that if a title was not doing well,
right,
just rename the title with the new #1.
Yeah,
and like they would get like some kind of discount from the printers.
Wow, no shit. Okay.
So now, for how the printing business works physically, That's why they restart these series now every couple years. Everything's running like a season.
That's fucking nuts, man. God damn, dude.
All right, it's
This is trick.
11:40.
All right.
I think it's time for us to go ahead and head off here,
Okay. Sure. Sounds good.
man. So, as I say every other week, peace, love, and hair grease. We're out.
Adios, guys.